This episode is sponsored by Schwans.com. What are you having for dinner tonight? Good question. Schwans Home Delivery has a solution for you. Stock up your freezer with high-quality frozen foods like premium meats and sides, delicious ready-made meals, ice cream, and more. No subscriptions, no memberships, just a friendly yellow truck that's been delivering food for almost 70 years. Listeners of this show get a special deal. Get 20% off your first order with code YUM20. Check out schwans.com/YUM for details.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1927. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to the number one show in Apple Podcasts for job search. No show is anywhere close to the number of episodes we put out. I had the number two show for many years, discontinued it in 2019. That had over 800 episodes, and no one has passed that one yet. Today's show is one where I talk about missing skills that too many job hunters really don't have, don't show, don't display. Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review. Again, I'm taking Monday off. Hope you do as well. And in the meantime, let's get going. I was listening to a podcast this morning from someone from LinkedIn who was talking about a lot of different things. And one of the things that he spoke about was what he judged to be the number one deficiency that firms insist on looking for, that job hunters don't really stress. And what he was speaking about, and I'm going to add a second one, because I've heard this time and again. The number one thing that LinkedIn has identified is missing in most candidates on the platform is good communication skills. Now, I want to speak to those of you who are not born in the United States. And for those of you who have been born in the United States and who have, I'll politely say, average to mediocre communication skills. These deficiencies in your oral communications are hurting you. I'll use an example from when I was still doing search, where the hiring manager from the North was interviewing the candidate from the South who spoke with a drawl. Now, I could do this from a multicultural perspective, but no matter. The candidate was rejected because it wasn't perceived by the hiring manager that he spoke well. For you who's been born outside the U.S., who are soft-spoken, for you who's born in the United States and whose diction is not ideal, it is important for you to improve these skills, because even though you may be competent or exceptional at what you do, it is going to come back and bite you in the butt at some point in your career. For many of you, skills get you to a certain level. Your knowledge will get you to a certain level. However, what will get you to a higher level is your ability to communicate your ideas to others effectively in order to be persuasive. You see, this is where it comes back to hurt you. Persuasion skills. And thus, you will be an excellent doer. And people who do stuff are only paid to a particular level. Individuals who manage individuals are paid at a higher level. People who lead people are paid to an even higher level. And the ability to be persuasive and to speak well becomes a big part of that. So, number one skill I'm going to bring to your attention is oral communication. Number two, and again, this falls into the soft skill category, passion, zeal, excitement, the heart of what you do. I was talking with someone who heads up a function for a firm, and we were talking about his performers in his group who were A performers and the B performers. And he thought I would go to C's, and he goes, I've got no C's. I've got D's and F's after that. What makes a D or an F to them? They don't have the drive to be exceptional. Hiring managers want to see your passion. They want to see your heart for what you do. They want to see the drive. And that's not in terms of hours. They want to get a sense of your intensity level. Now, you may have been trained at some point in your life to take it easy and be cool about things, whatever excuse you want to give. But the impact of that winds up being is that you're not showing your drive for excellence in the course of your interviews. So I've got to encourage you, bring it back to the surface. Don't hide it from people. Just because you work in an organization where mediocrity is the norm, you don't have to comply with that. I know when I worked in recruiting, I've worked in offices where they really wanted to chop down anyone who wanted to aspire to be exceptional, because that didn't fit in and made other people look bad. As I heard in a class I took some years ago, environments tend to win. And if you think about the environment that you're in, does it nurture you being exceptional, or does it nurture you being average and ordinary? If that's happened to you, there's an impact on how you appear on interviews, and you've got to bring that soul back into the process. So, number one reminder, if you have issues with oral communications, work on them. You can go to Toastmasters meetings. There are any number of places where you can practice speaking and work on improving your diction and understandability. And number two is, if you've been trained to be average and fit in and be a team player instead of exceptional, start thinking about what you can do to nurture that quality in yourself that drives for excellence again, so that you can show it in the course of your interview. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you reach out to me for coaching, which you can do through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. Once we're connected, message me that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. If something I've said has piqued a question for you for some reason, I don't respond to questions on LinkedIn. I get too many of them. It takes too much time away. I do respond to them if you contact me in one of two ways. There's an app called Magnify, which is a video app for iOS devices. You can contact me through Magnify. You can also contact me through Presto Experts. That's prestoexperts.com, where you can do a phone call to me. Again, Magnify with an I is a video app for iOS devices, or prestoexperts.com. Hope you have a great day. Take care. That's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Go to the blog. There's a lot there to help you with your job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading in workplace-related issues. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, or schedule yourself in for coaching. Obviously, I'm going to charge for that, but I can help you with interview preparation, leadership coaching, salary negotiation advice, making a good decision between different offers. Anything related to improving yourself in the workplace, I can coach you about. If you have questions for me, you can schedule 15 minutes with me at thebiggamehunter.us/live, or a less expensive way is at thebiggamehunter.us/video answers, where you leave a message for me and I'll respond with a 3 to 5 minute video. Connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. I can assure you your network will expand a lot by connecting with me. And finally, watch me on TV. Download the JobSearch TV app for Fire TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, like 90 different manufacturers. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day. Be great!
This episode is sponsored by Schwans.com. What are you having for dinner tonight? Good question. Schwann's Home Delivery has a solution for you. Stock up your freezer with high-quality frozen foods like premium meats and sides, delicious ready-made meals, ice cream, and more. No subscriptions, no memberships, just a friendly yellow truck that's been delivering food for almost 70 years. Listeners of this show get a special deal. Get 20% off your first order with code YUM20. Check out schwans.com/YUM for details.
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in and deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.